Well, hello everyone. It's Angela with Treasure Trove Tarot, also known here on YouTube as Mystic Moon. Welcome to my second channel and welcome to your weekly forecast. So we're keeping it simple today. We're only going to use 3 decks and we're just going to basically leave it up to Spirit to let us know what might be happening this week, what or who we might be dealing with, etc. So just take what resonates for you guys, and get rid of anything that doesn't. If you guys hear some commotion in the background, that is the kittens. They are running around with all kinds of energy this morning, going nuts. So hopefully they just don't knock down the camera. Anyways, I can't make up my mind, are we autumn, winter, Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving? It's all of the above. So I'm using these organites here today. This is the pumpkin organite. This right here is the Christmas tree, and this is the eclipse. These are all created by my friend Michele from Belle's Wing and Bell. So I'll put her information down below where you guys can pick up some organites if you want to, as well as the decks I'll be using here today. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Oh, and a reminder, I'm going to be featuring the tarot spread that I feature in every single monthly newsletter, and it is called the Thanksgiving Dinner Spread. So I'm going to be doing that on actual Thanksgiving. So if you guys want to tune into that festive reading, I'll be posting that on Thursday. Not like you're going to be sitting around watching my reading. You might be eating like turkey dinner or something. But anyways, just wanted to put that out there. All right, let's get into it. We're going to go ahead and go into this deck right here, which is called the Intuit Oracle. We're just going to get some topics, okay? Let's go ahead and see, what do we need to know this week? What is in the forecast this week? Let's see. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay these down here like this, and then we'll just draw from it. Okay, so we have clouds. So it says thoughts, problems, doubt, hesitation, feeling unclear, confused, indecisive, or maybe a misunderstanding. So there could be something where maybe we are thinking about, something that's kind of giving us some, confusion or cloudiness this week, right? Maybe we're just kind of feeling a little off and we don't know why. So let's go ahead and get some cards about this. This deck right here is called the Angel Wisdom Tarot. What do we need to know about this? This isn't going to work. I'm going to put this down here. What do we need to know about this thought energy? What are we going to be thinking about? Will there be clarity on whatever might be confusing us this week? Feel a little lost. Let's see. Okay, I like this because the world energy means a completion of a cycle. So you will successfully clear up this energy. It should be by the, sometime this week, definitely by the end of the week, something is going to clear up, maybe a misunderstanding. Maybe there will be some sort of a reconciliation, with someone. Sometimes you don't talk to someone and you just kind of come up with your own conclusions as to why someone is acting a certain way or what maybe somebody meant. And then you have a conversation. It was like, holy shit, I've been telling myself a story this entire time for no reason, because that wasn't even what it was. So all it's going to take is a little communication that could clear up some sort of problem. It could be that you're really questioning whether or not you should maybe reach out to someone for clarity. Now, that doesn't mean that everything's going to be hunky-dory when you make that phone call, but it could be that maybe it's going to clear up some kind of confusion that you have or a story that you're telling yourself about someone, okay? The world is ruled by the planet Saturn, and Saturn is really about a burden. And so it could be that this is something that's been weighing heavily on your mind for a while, and maybe it's really going to weigh heavily on your mind this week, and you're going to either be driven or guided to clear it up, or it could just be that you stop worrying about something this week, because sometimes that happens. I've had that happen in my life before, where I'm just like, I was really caught up in making a big deal about obsessively thinking about something, and then literally, you guys, just one day I was like, I had to remind myself to think about it, because it wasn't just in my energy field anymore. And so it was just quite amazing, actually. So sometimes things just run their course. Sometimes situations just dissipate, sometimes that does happen. So, there's a message about this. So this particular deck is called the Soul Flower Plant Spirit Oracle deck. So let's go ahead and get some advice on this. Okay, so before, I feel like I should read this A brilliant success, a time of joyful accomplishment and spiritual enlightenment, freedom to do whatever you want. Be proud of yourself. So I feel like that's speaking to someone out there today. Be proud of yourself, even if something doesn't get like cleared up in the way that you would have liked it to, or it doesn't get resolved in the way that you would like it to. You might be taking your power in a situation. You might be deciding on your own to resolve the issue by no longer thinking about it or doing other things that busy yourself to where you're not thinking about this problem, shifting your thoughts, or something is going to shift your life this week. So it could be something like that as well. All right, so let's go ahead and read this. Okay, we have the rose, joy, and that's really beautiful. It says, rose is comforting and soothing, infusing your heart and soul with gratitude and joy, and helping you to stay centered and loving to yourself and others when it is needed most. Rose reminds you to be open to the sweetness of life and support your personal growth, whatever the conditions surrounding you may be. Some of you guys, it could be that maybe you buy yourself some roses this week. Maybe you're giving some flowers or something to someone to represent how grateful you are for them in your life. This week, for not all people, but for some people, it might be that this is the week to really think about what you're grateful for in your life, right? So it's about making acts or doing acts of kindness for yourself and other people. Do things that bring you joy this week, okay? And anything that's heavy, anything that's causing you to feel depressed or sad or just stressed, it might be that it's time to close up the chapter this week. Let something go. If you can't resolve an issue with someone, there's just no dealing with it, talking to someone about it, maybe let this person go with love in your heart, wish them well in your thoughts and let them go. So some of you could be doing that this week, okay? But it could be that somebody does return or you have an opportunity to have a conversation and you can clear something up this week. But it's about experiencing more joy in your life, and that's the point with this particular card lineup. So that is our first message. Hope it resonates with someone out there. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get our next topic. Okay, so we have swans. It says soulmate, twin flame, the one, a pair of things, blooming love, faith, or deep soul connection. So that's immediately coming through with some significance this week. Let's go ahead and see what this is about. Okay, so we do have the Queen of Wands. Because this is a person, I'm going to go ahead and draw another card. If you are a feminine in a twin flame or soulmate or deep soul connection situation and you're watching this video, to me this means that you are going to be sitting in a position of power. You're also very attractive and magnetic at this particular time. The Queen of Wands is ruled by the astrological sign of Aries, so it's very headstrong, very dominant, very powerful energy this week, okay? So let me go ahead and read this to you. It says, brilliant, talented, independent, can sometimes be controlling. There is nothing that you can't do. Believe in yourself. Never underestimate your ability to make your dreams come true. The need for balance between career and personal life. Okay. So even if there is not, let's just say you guys are single and you guys are looking for someone to complement your life, or you're looking for a companion, this is basically asking you to make this a priority. So if you're just working all the time and you're just like spending all this time by yourself and you're not getting out there, Spirit is kind of asking you what activities you could participate in order to meet someone. We can't just stay in our house and never go out. I understand like there's online and things like that, but I feel like you have the confidence and the magnetism to go out and be at the right place in the right time to meet that person. So there may be, if you don't feel good about yourself and you don't feel like the Queen of Wands, it might be time for us to start working on ourselves in whatever way that means to each individual out there on how to feel more confident. So, if you don't like the fact that, maybe there's many things, okay? Let's just say you don't like the way that you look, or you're just feeling like, you could use a little bit of an upgrade, in a hairdo or wardrobe, or, you're not feeling that fit. And so maybe it's about, getting some exercise or going back to the gym, whatever it is. Spirit is basically saying it's time to address these things so that way you can become more magnetic and more attractive. And it's not about being attractive to other people. It's about the way you feel about yourself. If you feel crummy and feel like shit, you're not going to attract people into your life. And if you do, it's probably going to be of not what you're looking for, basically. So become what you would like to attract is what I am hearing from Spirit. Now, if you are already in this established connection, whether you're with this person or you're in separation with this person, this tells me here this week that you're going to get something that you want, either out of this person or this situation. Something is going to work out in your favor, and it's because your energy is really high right now. Your vibration's very, very high. Your frequency is very positive this week. All right, so let's go ahead and get a card. Oh, actually, I said I was going to get another card from this. Okay, interesting. So this right here is the Devil's card. It says the illusion of being trapped, accepting responsibility for your situation, and then making choices that support your path to happiness, addictions, or unhealthy habits. So I really like this, you guys, because what this is indicating here is that you do have the ability to take your power back in a situation. So if some of you guys have been giving, let's just say, all your time and dedication and all your situation to another person, this means you're flipping the script this week. You're taking back your power. You're becoming more attractive in the situation. Maybe you're even taking your ego out of the deal as well. You're not taking it personally that maybe somebody isn't ready or they don't want the same things as you want right now. So maybe you're just going to focus on yourself and focus on your own independence. That's totally fine. Maybe that's what you need to do. So there could be a little bit of a switch of our focus this week, but it could also be that something that has been in the way of your connection, something that has been keeping things stuck, is going to be released this week. And maybe you have just been working on yourself and focusing on you, and you haven't been worrying about this person. And so it's like when we drop the ego and we drop the worry, it's amazing how things just work out beautifully. So I'm getting that for some of you guys, is that you have shifted your focus in your mind, and it's going to pay off in some way this week. You're going to get some sort of positive outcome from the work that you've been doing on yourself. All right, let's see what else. This is also Capricorn's energy, by the way, the Devil. Evening Primrose, rebirth. Love this. Evening Primrose helps you to release old wounds and feelings of rejection, self-pity, and other heavy heart issues you may have carried from birth or early childhood. So let's just say a lot of you guys, like I said, have been having, let's just say, a trauma response to someone else in your life, either not wanting to be in a relationship with you or not wanting to spend time with you, etc. It could be that you're clearing this energy up not this week, but it's really dawning on you that this is actually having a negative effect on your relationships. Some of you guys are cleaning something up so you can experience a rebirth and attract the right partner to you. Or it's just that you are taking back your power and you're kind of commanding that this is the way that things are going to be, and you're not going to put up with any crap. And so other people either shape up or ship out. So something is happening in the area of connection or relationships this week. Okay, sorry, my cat is moving this. Hey, come on. So that is, I think, really amazing to have this with the Devil's card, because this is just saying we are really breaking free from some kind of pattern that's been holding us back, okay? And it also says here, she allows for a sort of spiritual rebirthing or a birthing of your true self, so you can make room for more joy, fun, and playfulness in your life. And what's so cool, you guys, is we already got the flower, if I can talk, of joy. So this is awesome. So I feel like if you guys have been confused or lost when it comes to, let's just say, another person, okay, maybe it's not about another person, but I'm going to relate it to another person just because I see that soul connection card. You guys are going to experience more joy. You're going to go from a state of feeling maybe worthless or unhappy or miserable to a state of joy. You're going to realize that, you know what? Me pining away over someone else or waiting for somebody to do something so I can be happy, I feel like you guys are going to get rid of that mindset. You're no longer going to put your life on hold for someone else. You're going to live your life anyways. And if that person and you are meant to be, it's just simply something that's going to come together at the right time. But you're not going to stop living your life anymore. You're not going to put your life on hold for it anymore. You're going to live your life. And like I said, if things catch up with it at a later date, great, you'll deal with it then, but you're not going to keep yourself stuck any longer. This is going to shift and change this week. So that's amazing. I love that message. All right, so let's go ahead and continue. What else do we need to know this week? What else is in the forecast? Let's look. Okay, so we do have the snake. Jealousy, deception, betrayal, backstab, toxic, silent treatment, seduction. So yeah, there could be something related to your connection with someone. Maybe there was some sort of deception or betrayal or backstab. Maybe you've been getting the silent treatment from someone. Again, instead of letting it rule your life or instead of being so affected by somebody else's bullshit, you're taking back your power this week. No matter who it is or what it is, you're taking back your power. But this could be completely different. There could be someone around you that's very jealous of you. There could be somebody that you just know that you can't trust. So there could be a message about that this week. Five of Cups. Five of Cups is focusing on this situation. And focusing on this situation is not going to obviously bring you joy. It's going to steal your joy. So if you know who this is or what this situation is, you actually are being asked to turn around and focus on the good things in your life. I love the depiction in this card. This guy is looking out here and he's looking out at all the shit that's happened to him and he's really bummed out about it. Now there are two hands that are holding two cups behind him. If he would just turn around, he would see that there are either better options for him or that there is joy still to be experienced in his life. He doesn't have to be depressed. It's a choice. He doesn't have to allow other people's crap and hang-ups to affect him. He can turn around and be happy today. So this could be that we are choosing to focus on the negative, but we don't have to. Things not turning out the way that you had anticipated. It's a bummer. It's a total bummer when people backstab you. It's a total bummer, when people are total narcissist or whatever. You can't change other people, but you can change the way that you deal with those people by either cutting them out of your life or just not responding or whatever. You do have the power to do that. Okay? It does say forgiveness of self or even of others. Forgiving someone else doesn't mean, I'm going to keep taking your shit because, I'm such a good person. No, you can be a good person, but a strong person and say, I'm not going to put up with your shit anymore. You know what I mean? So it says everything happens for a reason. Try to look for the hidden blessings this week of what didn't work out. Maybe something not working out is going to be a blessing in disguise. Maybe you don't feel that way today, but with time, you will realize that someone in your life either just is not able to show up for you in maybe the way that you're showing up for them, or they just aren't capable of it. There are some people out there that are so toxic that they will, I'm sorry to say, never be able to have successful relationships of any kind. They will just continuously respond to all of those situations from a trauma mind and not get any help and are not aware of themselves and will just continuously be piles throughout their entire life. And everything that they touch is going to turn to shit. There are just people out there, unfortunately, that, maybe there is hope. But when you've dealt with someone for so long, you're just like, nope, I'm done with it. I can't do it anymore. So some of you guys are walking away from something this week, despite your connection, despite anything. You're walking away from it because it's no longer positive. It's no longer going to serve in any positive way for either you or them. It's just now wasting time, or you're continuously putting yourself and your safety in the line of fire. And it's just something that Spirit is saying it's time for you to turn around and see that there are other options, that there are other forms of happiness. This isn't the only thing in your life. We have daffodil, your perception. Okay, interesting. These magnificent heralds of spring are literally trumpeting the joy of freedom, of learning to be yourself. Daffodil wants you to see the light, to perceive the beauty and perfection and wholeness that is you, just as you are. It is time to release any self-doubt and revel in the freedom of weightlessness, of endless possibilities. So there could be some sort of a perception issue. Okay, maybe the way that you perceive yourself. Maybe you perceive yourself as you don't really deserve happiness. It's kind of like, wait a second, but I do. I want to be happy. I want this. I want that. But are your actions lining up with what things look like? Right? Or what you're seeing, or what you're attracted to, or what you're going after. Sometimes we may want to be happy, and I'm speaking from personal experience, but we go for unemotionally available people that just disappoint you time and time again. This stems for me from childhood. I thought that that's what love was for the longest time. I thought that, my perception was very skewed, and I kept jumping into situations that were just mirroring my perception of what I thought love was, what connection was, what caring was, what support was, etc. So until you change your perception and until you start seeing things accurately, you're not going to be able to change the circumstances in your life. If you keep telling yourself that someone is so amazing and so great, but really their actions are crap, that's another thing. It's just not matching up with reality. So I feel like there's going to be some sort of a clarity this week. Maybe we're even lying to ourselves. Maybe our perception of someone is actually greater than it really is. That usually happens too with past. We always look at the past as being greater than it really was. You know what I mean? And if it were to show back up in your life, it might be that you're reminded within, I don't know, a month's time that actually it's just as shitty as it ever was. Or it could just be that, you realize that you made it out to be greater than it really was. And sometimes that happens, So it's just, we're being given an opportunity this week to really check ourselves at the perception gate, to say, is what I'm really looking at and perceiving as great, is it really that great? Or am I just lying to myself? Is it really that awesome? I feel like we're going to ask ourselves this week. But I just love that our opening message was all about, we are going to shift our perception, and we're going to shift some sort of confusing, cloudy mess of our minds. And we're going to make that shift and choose to be happy this week, because whatever this situation is, I'm just getting here, it's not worth it. It's just not worth it anymore. It's not worth one more day of being confused. It's not worth one more day of being unhappy. It's not worth one more day of giving your time and energy to either a person or situation that just cannot mirror back to you what you're truly looking for. So it's time to start looking in the mirror and mirror back to yourself what you're looking for. And that's all about shifting the vibration and in your life. And I love that the Queen of Wands showed up, because this just tells me here, you can do it. And the World card coming up means you can do it. You can close this cycle for good, and you can enter into the new year, a new you. I like that. And you don't have to take the crap anymore. So let's see what else we need to know. Okay, so we have the Virgo energy, Princess of Earth. All right. So this is ruling planet Mercury. And Mercury, you guys, is all about our mind, also our communication. So the way that we're thinking and the way that we're speaking, is it matching up? Okay, what we say we want, is it actually matching up? So I feel like that's a message as well. So I'm going to read everything that's on this card. It says timing, a year or more from now. It also says during the summer. So it could be that if you guys are wondering when something's going to happen, it could be that it's going to be a little bit of time from now. And that's okay, because great things take time. It also says analytical, hardworking, intelligent, reserved, helpful, critical, exacting, nitpicky, conscientious, responsible. And it's also the Hermit card in tarot. So this might be a time for you guys to go into a little bit of a hermit mode. And hermit mode does not mean that you have to be alone. Hermit mode means that you're going within for reflection. Okay? You're going inward, and you're consulting with your higher self. You're consulting with your higher power. You're taking personal inventory. You're looking at your actions and situations and seeing how they have an effect on your life. You're taking responsibility. So it's kind of this, like, I'm doing some sort of work here. I'm going on a quest, a spiritual quest. I'm going to go ahead and work this program. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. So that, I feel, is the vibe here for some of you guys, entering into some sort of a new cycle where it's going to be more about you, and it's going to be more about your independence in the sense of you're not going to rely on other people to provide your happiness. Now, I did get a message earlier that if some of you guys have been in that mode for a long time and you feel like you're ready to go out and you're ready to meet someone, by all means, absolutely do it. You've done this inward journey. You're ready to go out, and you're not going to meet someone if you're just, staying inside and not taking any risks and mingling. So there was a little bit of a message that came up at the very beginning that suggested for those of you that are ready and you've already done this work to definitely put yourself out there. Okay. All right, so we have the Hanged Man. This is Pisces energy. It says a temporary pause for reflection. Very interesting. And insight and awakening where you see things in a whole new light. Yes, you're embracing your own uniqueness, or even charitable actions. Maybe some of you guys are going to be giving to other people. But I feel like it's more about giving to yourself, treating yourself the way that you would like to be treated. So I feel like some of you guys are going to kind of shift your perception, and you're going to reawaken in a different way. You're going to see things from a whole new angle, and it's going to start working for your life. It's going to change your life, actually, very dramatically, in a positive way. We have transformation. This is Nettle. Wake up. Nettle helps you transform foggy thinking. Ooh, this is interesting because we had the foggy thinking, which was our opening message. It says, so it helps you transform foggy thinking so that you can respond to prickly or heated situations by speaking up for yourself in alignment with your own truth and without harboring resentment or attachments that can leave you feeling tired, congested, and irritated. Okay, so what needs to change, you guys, is you not speaking your truth. And the whole snake deception, it could be that we've been lying to ourselves. It could be that we've been telling people yes when we want to tell them no. It could be that we have been doing things for people, but we feel resentment when we do these things because maybe we're tapped out. Maybe we don't want to do something, but we don't know how to say no. We don't want to seem like we're being, a bad, unkind, like we're not willing to give our time and energy. It's definitely an art form to be able to say no. It's definitely an art form to not take the bait of guilt that sometimes people dish out to you. It's literally something that you learn over a period of time, and I've had to myself learn the art form. I used to say yes to everything, and then I would totally get overwhelmed, and I would be spread too thin, and then I would have to disappoint people, and then of course I naturally feel guilty, and then that just made it 10 times worse. So I had to get to a point where I was okay with saying no. I was okay with people thinking whatever they were going to think about me if I didn't do what they wanted me to do, or I wasn't doing something the way they wanted me to or thought that I should be doing, or just taking the guilt hook. So it takes time. It takes time to get to this point. And I just feel like if you guys are starting to realize, you know what? I'm tired of living my life for other people. I'm tired of living my life and not doing the things that I want to do because I'm afraid of what this person will think or what my family will think, or etc. I'm just, this right here is a time for you to go within and consult with yourself and figure out how are you going to transform your life by being your authentic self. And if that means that there's certain people that fall away because you're being authentic to you, they're not meant to be a part of your life or where you're going, period. So I feel like some of you guys are waking up to that, or will be waking up to that this week. All right, let's see what else. Okay, so we have fireworks. So we have passion, chemistry, lust, kissing, exhilaration, holiday, celebration, explosive, and you can see that last word. Woo! Yeah, some of you guys could be hooking up with somebody this week. There could be some reconciliation with someone where there will be fireworks, chemistry. It does say holiday. Some of you guys could see Thanksgiving. I know not everybody celebrates it as a holiday, so something could be happening around this time, or you're seeing someone for the holiday. And we have justice. So it says, be impartial and objective. Stand up for what you believe. Try to see all sides of a situation. You will win if your position is one of integrity. Okay, very interesting. So what I'm getting here, you guys, is keep a level head. Don't get lost in the passion. Keep your feet on the ground. Okay, I don't know who that's for. This is Libra's energy. Just be a little bit more rational with your thinking. Don't get caught up in the passion and in the moment and do things that maybe you wouldn't normally do. There could be a little bit of regret here. Or it could be that you go too fast, too quick, too soon with someone, and you're bummed out because maybe you should have waited a little bit longer to get to know someone. So there could be a decision that we make this week that's based purely on passion, and we're kind of being asked to be a little bit more rational with our thinking and keep our feet on the ground. Maybe if you know something's going to happen with someone this week and you're just like, I really don't want to do that. I mean, I want to, but I shouldn't. Maybe don't put yourself in that situation. Create a scenario to where that can't happen. I am getting that for some of you guys. So, and especially if someone's not available, if someone is in another relationship or they're not available, they're married. And you're very attracted to them and they're telling you shit like, I'm married, but, we haven't been together in years and we're getting a divorce. And make sure that the decisions that you're making, that you're not making these decisions based in the moment of the passion, because I feel like there will be regret. Stay strong. Okay, we have communication. Yeah, so this is interesting. Make sure that you communicate clearly, because it's like, do you want your bodies to do the communicating, or do you want to actually, do the communicating with your words? So there's an opportunity this week to make sure that you're very clear about what you're looking for, what you want. If you just want something quick and just, fleeting, then by all means, if that's what you want to do, great. But I feel like if you want something deeper with someone, you're going to have to invest some time in getting to know someone. That's what I'm getting this week, okay? And I've done that many times in my life and thought, oh, well, we can do this first and then have this later. Nope, never worked out. It never worked out. So it's just one of those things that if you really cherish someone or value someone, you're going to take the time to get to know them, just like they're going to take the time to get to know you. And you're going to make sure that you guys are both available and that you guys are both on the same page before even going into that situation. Because a lot of that stuff can just get confusing or burn out too quick, too fast, and really, unfortunately, just ruin a lot of things. So it says, our thoughts and words have great creative power, both positive and negative, for ourselves and others. So it says calendula, if I'm saying that right, helps soothe your thoughts and words with warmth and compassion and understanding, so that there is a balance between assertiveness and receptiveness in communication with others. So yes, we are being asked to be balanced with our communication. We're being asked to maybe even, like, let's just say you're feeling a certain way, like anger or passion, or you feel like, you need to assert yourself. Try to come from a balanced perspective. Okay. Try to come from a balanced perspective, because if you don't, it could be that all hell breaks loose and you're really going to regret this decision not to stay level-headed. That's interesting. So yeah, that could happen this week. All right. Let's see what else. Okay, so we have the King of Earth. This is Capricorn. Capricorn already came up in this reading. We have the planet, the ruling planet of Saturn again. Okay, so just say something about within a year. So we've had within a year's time twice. So that could be significant for someone out there. It could mean something. but it could also be Capricorn season is December, January. So something could be happening then. But it does say resourceful, conservative, tenacious, disciplined, wise, ambitious, prudent, constant, eyes on the prize, realistic. So it's ruled by, of course, the card, the devil. I feel like the message is don't let your ego get the best of you. Don't make impulsive decisions. Don't base decisions on just quick things. All right? Because I feel like you're going to regret that decision. I don't know what it is. Like a get rich quick scheme. It's like, ooh, there's, lots of money promised, or, some sort of a huge payoff. Or this looks really enticing. I want to do it. I don't care what the repercussions is. I just want this. That's the devil's energy, right? The devil's energy is like the devil on your shoulder saying, yeah, do this. And then you have the angel on your shoulder like, Jiminy Cricket saying, that might not be the best thing to do. You got to work hard. You got to take your time. You got to take things slow. And you're like, I don't want to do that. That sounds boring. That's kind of the message this week. It might be that it's going to be a better payoff to wait or to take things slow in a situation. Don't let the devil get the best of you. Okay, so Storm is relentless with the frickin' the wire for the camera. Do you want to see everyone, Stormy? This is my little Stormy. She's the one that has the silver stars. Yeah, she's so cute. She's got all the cats are cute, but she's got like the most unique angelic face. It's adorable. Mr. Moon and I just love her so much, but we love all of our cats. But there's something about her that's just special. Okay. All right, we have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is actually a card of communication. So it's like fiery communication. It's about passion, okay? So it's about quick things, though. It says finish what you start at the very end. If you actually want to go the long haul or the distance in a situation, make sure that you don't burn it out too quick. Could be a work thing, could be anything. Make sure you take your time with something, because I feel like it's all about the way that you hold the power with the wand. You're going to direct the situation. You're going to take things and you're going to direct things where you want them to go. So if you want something to burn out really quick and you want something to be short-lived, then great. But if you don't want that, you are being asked to keep your feet on the ground and make more level-headed decisions. So I don't know what that is about this week for someone, but it seems to be the message. Okay, so we have lavender, restoration. So of course, whenever I smell lavender, I'm usually getting some sort of a massage, or you're wanting to relax. So it's like calm. To me, that's the energy. Calm down. It's going to be okay. You don't have to rush. Anybody that's trying to push you, I need an answer right now, I need you to do this, and you don't feel comfortable, ooh, that's a red flag right there. That person is not in alignment with you. Not at all. So it says lavender's restorative and purifying energy and aroma calms and uplifts your mind and body, easing feelings of stress and agitation from your earthly distractions and rejuvenating your soul so that you can truly feel and radiate inner peace and harmony. So it is all about being more in a state of just calm this week. Anything that's getting your heart rate going, anything that is causing you to feel stressed, chaotic, confused, psychotic, whatever, I feel is something that you should disconnect with this week or not participate in, whatever that is. And something that looks really enticing might not turn out to be the greatest thing or what you're actually looking for. So kind of be on the lookout. Don't make any knee-jerk impulsive reactions this week, especially when it comes to people or communication. You definitely want to speak your truth and stand your ground, but don't take the bait from people. That's what I feel like. Don't take the bait from some person out there that's might be just looking for an opportunity, or maybe even an enemy looking for you to fall. I don't know. That's the message. Really? Tell me all about it, Indy. Okay, now we have the lion. So it could be Leo's energy. But I like this because this to me is kind of like the Queen of Wands. We're sitting in an authority position. We're sitting in a position of power. It says lion, majestic, authority, self-esteem, pride, ego, fair and just, devoted, heart-centered. Yeah, this is about doing things that matter to you. Connecting with, spending time with, and investing in things that mean something to you. Okay? That's that heart-centered energy. Do things wholeheartedly. If you're doing things out of obligation or guilt, that's not coming from the heart. So don't do them. Just don't do them. Period. So don't waste your time and don't waste other people's time. Do things because you want to do them. But again, consult with your heart. Is this something where I feel like I'm going to be valued? Is this something where I feel like I'm going to be treated with respect? If not, then don't do it either. Yep, Ten of Swords means I'm out the door. Some of you are going to take back your power this week, and you are going to leave a situation behind or a person behind, or you're going to communicate that I'm not going to put up with something anymore to someone. Okay? So that is definitely coming through with the Ten of Swords. It says the end of a situation that does bring relief, but it can bring sadness too. This is the opportunity for a new happiness, a weight off of your shoulders, that whole Saturn energy this week, the end of an addiction, or a melodramatic reaction. So it could be that someone has a reaction to you taking back your power. You know what? Ignore it. Let people flip out. Let them talk their shit. Let them say what they are going to say. It's not about them. It's about you this week. It might be hard for you. It might also be that your pride gets in the way, your ego and pride. But I put so much dedication. I put so much time and energy into the situation. I can't just give up now. Now you got to consult with yourself. Is it really lining up with your heart? Is it really is it your ego, or is it really your heart? What is this? Where is this coming from? So you're going to have to ask yourself this week, are you staying in a situation out of stubbornness, out of pride? Or do you really, truly believe that it's time for you to go? And I feel like a lot of you guys are coming to that conclusion. You know that something is coming to a close, and that's okay. Okay, so we have awareness. Forget me not. Forget me not wants to raise your awareness of your connections, not just to loved ones, but to all beings in all realms, including yourself. We can understand this connection. Or it says, when you can understand this connection, you can let go of your fears of loneliness, isolation, and separation, because you realize the true immortal nature of your divine soul. You know, I really love that, because this just tells me here that people that are meant to be a part of your life, they're not going to forget you. Maybe if they're not ready for you right now, maybe they'll be ready for you later. Maybe it's just a divine timing thing. So don't be afraid to let people go. If you're afraid to let someone go, that means that you're afraid you're never going to see them again. And if you're afraid you're never going to see them again, then there is really no true divine connection. So when you're aware of, things that are meant to be in your life, there's a freedom in that. There's a freedom that you don't have to hold on so tightly to people. You don't have to try to do things to keep people in your life. If you have to do a song and dance to keep someone in your life, what kind of a connection is that? To me, it's just not real. It's not truly divine. The people that are meant to be in your life will be in your life for a very long time or forever. I have people in my life like that. Many people that I've known that have faded away over the years. And there are some people where I'm like, wow, that person is still in my life, because there's a true, real soul connection there. And sometimes soul connections, even if it's, it's not that it's not true, but you have a soul connection with someone. Some soul connections are meant to be short-lived. Some are meant to be picked up later. So when we become aware of this, and we're not afraid to leave, and we're not holding on to dear life to situations that just aren't really working, then we experience freedom. So we have to ask ourselves, are we holding on to something out of pure ego? Well, this person's mine. This has to work. I put in all this time and work in. I put in 10 years, man. I put in 10 years. Who's that benefiting? You saying that. Who's that benefiting? Anyone. You sticking things through because that's just what you've been doing for 10 years. Let's just say you've been treated like crap from someone that doesn't know what they want for 10 years. What is that saying? That's really nothing to be proud of. It's not anything to be proud of. It's time to be aware and know when it's time to go. And if this person is meant to be a part of your life, they won't forget you and they'll come back, period. And that's funny because that message actually came up earlier with the soul connection. So, all right. Let's go ahead and see what else we need to know. We have the owl. See-throughs the facade. Secrets lifted. Insights, wise, aware, observant, exploring the unknown. I love this. The owl is the animal that has that wisdom that sees through, like it says, I'm going to say the bullshit, and refuses to be duped any longer by things that, it's not about things that are untrue, because the thing is, things can be true for you and not for someone else. It doesn't make it untrue or true. It just means that that's your reality. That's just the way I look at things. But if you've been very confused and you've been clouded, you're going to start seeing through those clouds this week. And this is a theme throughout the entire reading. So I feel like it is probably about a person or a situation. And you're going to see things very clear this week, and you are going to get ready to release the situation. And what I'm getting here, you guys, is that it's not that you have to like say, I'm done with this situation. I'll never think of this person again. I'll never see them again. Screw them. I cut them out forever. Good riddance. No, you're letting it go with ease. You're letting it go because you realize that fighting against this any longer just isn't productive. You realize that focusing on yourself and focusing on other things in your life is going to bring you joy and happiness. You're actually letting go with love, is what I'm seeing here. You're not letting go with the ego and saying, fuck that person, screw them, they're an idiot, blah, 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 this and that. When you do that, you're actually going to still have attachments to that person. When you let people go with anger. And sometimes you need to go into that survival mode to get away from someone. But haven't you ever noticed, though, that stuff has a way of coming back years later? That happened to me. I thought I was done with something, and it was still there. And the last time around, I was able to actually let it go with love. And I've had nothing but peace since then. I don't have any attachment to that situation anymore. It was very freeing. So sometimes we get to that point in ourself where we're wise enough to see that love is always the answer. We can't always be loving and kind to everyone, because sometimes people, they really are out to hurt you. So you do have to be assertive, but it's just a choice that you're making in your mind and in your heart that, you know what? I don't wish this person ill. I just want them to I can't be a part of their life, and they can't be a part of mine anymore. That's a very loving, kind thought, So anyways. Love it. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn's energy. So Capricorn makes an appearance in this reading 3 times. That means something. Okay. And I'm just relating this to what Capricorn is connected to Saturn, as well as the tarot devil. The material world. Okay. This would be, we're dependent on someone. We're staying with someone just because we're afraid that without them, we're going to fall apart. There's codependency connected to that. Or this person makes me look good, but they actually don't make me feel good. This person's so awesome. They're so gorgeous. I'm so attracted to them, but their soul is dog shit. How much more time are we going to waste on the outside? How much more time are we going to waste with what things look like, keeping up appearances? Spirit's saying, you got to see through that bullshit. This is also about not buying other people's BS either. Seeing things for how they really are and not getting caught up in the glitter of things. It's on social media all the time. You look at someone's life and you're just like, oh my God, they must be so perfect. They must be so happy. But at the end of the day, they're just a person like you with hangups and problems and insecurities. Their life isn't freaking perfect. It's just that when you have social media, it's like you only probably post the good stuff, right? So don't get caught up in what you're seeing in the outer world. Don't get caught up in outward appearances. Don't get caught up with just the outside surface level crap. Because at the end of the day, you're the one that's going to have to live with that. You're going to have to live with yourself. You're going to have to live with that job. You're going to have to live with that person. You're going to have to spend time with that person. So if you're not really liking the inside and it's not connecting with you on a heart, deep soul level, then forget it. I won't even waste my time on surface level crap. We're either connecting on a deep level or it's not happening. And sometimes when you think you're connecting with someone on a deep level, there are people out there that are very skilled at pretending that they're deep, when really it's just to get in. So, it's a confusing world. People are confusing. The psychology of people are very confusing. But I'm never going to be that kind of person that allows my experiences with people to ruin me for future encounters. I'm not going to be that person that says, I'm never going to trust anyone again. I'm never going to let anyone in again. I'm just going to be smarter about things, and I'm going to take things a lot slower. I'll tell you that. Anybody that wants to go a million miles per hour from the very beginning, instant red flag. Yeah, it's not happening. So I've learned a thing or two just about through my experiences of how things are going to go moving forward. And if people are not in alignment with that, then that just means they're not my people, So that goes for everybody out there, whoever you're dealing with. So I'm going to go ahead and get another card with this Queen of Pentacles, because this Queen of Pentacles, she's very generous, but she's also very practical. She's down to earth. She has her feet planted on the ground. She wants to invest in things. She's not going to just have a bunch of fair weather friends. She's not going to have, she's not into get quick or get rich quick schemes. She's not into situations that are just temporary. She's actually into long-term things. Okay? So if you're not into long-term shit and commitment, you're not into building something, you're not into something that's got strength and structure and a foundation, the Queen of Pentacles isn't wasting her time. So that might be who you guys are becoming. You're no longer going to be this person that's just going to fly by the seat of your pants. You're actually wanting to be taken seriously, and if you're not dealing with people that are serious, then you're not dealing with it. It's just what I'm getting. So the ability to make anything more beautiful, a love of family and home. You're practical about how you proceed in life. You have a love of art and beauty, and you have a sensible approach to life, for sure. So I just feel like you guys are not into dealing with people's hangups and crap anymore. You're upgrading your energy, and you're really only wanting to spend time with people that are on your same level. And people might say, oh my gosh, you're such a snob, and you're hard to please, this and that. Whatever. Look at you. Oh my God. This is the Queen of Pentacles in her freaking garden. She is enjoying her life. So that's the thing. If people want to throw rocks at your, house and they want to judge you and they want to say all this crap about you, this Queen of Pentacles, she's letting it slide right off. It doesn't matter. She's not absorbing that crap because it's not about her. That's about them. Somebody that's doing that is about them, not you. So I just feel like you guys are shifting your focus onto yourself, and you're spending more time enjoying your home life, and you're building a foundation in your life. And if people want to join you, that's great, but you're just not into wasting time and giving it all away for free anymore. You are really valuing your time. You're valuing your heart. You realize that you're worth something. And if people want to spend time with you, they better be worth it, because you're not investing anymore with people that are not worth it. You're just not doing it. Tolerance. Chickweed. It says chickweed is tough and knows her power. She knows how to shine despite challenges and tough circumstances. When you need to make a difficult decision, chickweed is going to help you strengthen your self-confidence and understanding, so you can tap into your own inner wisdom and with grace and compassion. So it's not like the Queen of Pentacles is, just like telling everybody to F off, and you're not going to come into my house unless you make a certain amount of money. No, it's not. That's not the energy here. But you're not going to tolerate bullshit anymore. You're not tolerating crap anymore, because you've lived your life and you've had enough experiences now to know what you're looking for. And you know what a waste of time looks like. You know what the consequences are of ignoring those red flags. And you're not dealing with it anymore. So you're weeding out the BS is what I'm getting here for you guys, is an upgrade of your energy. All right, you guys, let's get one last message to close up the reading for the week. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. I love it. Wheel of Fortune, it says fate, karma, cycles, forces of the universe, destiny, synchronicity, luck of the draw. Yeah. So the Wheel of Fortune is connected to the sign of Sagittarius, Jupiter. All right. So we are in the Sagittarius season. Woo! I'm a Sagittarius. That's right. Woo! So I just feel like right now, currently, is the time to spin the wheel, you know? Spin the wheel of fate and see what happens. Because if you're stuck or not a lot is happening right now, it's time to make a change, and the time is now. Oh my gosh, the Empress. Fantastic. This is Libra, Taurus energy ruled by Venus. It says time to take action, give birth to your dreams. Creative projects will be very successful. Abundance and prosperity are yours. So the Empress is very fertile. She is ready to create her amazing, beautiful garden. And it's so cool because these two cards really match up with this card for me. The Queen of Pentacles to me is very much the Empress. The Empress is all the queens, but she's really the Queen of Pentacles for me. And the Nine of Pentacles is to me the Queen in her garden. So the fact that these three cards came out is pretty fantastic, you guys. So it's your time. It's your time to shine. It's your time to go after your dreams. It's time for you to start a new project. It's maybe even time for you guys to be on your own and to just start building your life the way that you want to build it for once. But you're the queen of your own kingdom. You're the queen of your life. It's time to start acting like it, right? And now we have the borage, optimism. Sweet borage encourages playfulness and spontaneity to help uplift your spirits when you are feeling disheartened and blue. Borage will help you rise above sorrow and depression and instill fresh courage, enthusiasm, and confidence in your ability to move through life's obstacles. So obviously we started off this week with the clouds. Well, guess what? The clouds are going to lift. And the reason that they're going to lift, you guys, is because you're going to start making decisions and taking actions that are going to do it. You're not going to just pray that, the universe is going to fix things for you. No, you're going to actually co-create with spirit and start to make these things happen. That's what you're going to do. You're going to step into action this week, and you're going to start making plans for your future that are going to bring more joy and happiness into your life. You're going to feel more optimistic. You're just going to feel happier, because you realize that you're actually in control. Other people are not in control. You're in control. You're in control of what shows up, what stays, what goes, what you're going to experience. And that's the empowerment that you guys are going to receive this week. So I really hope that you guys enjoy these messages. And I want to thank you guys again for choosing to watch this reading. All right, you guys, I will see you on Thursday for that Thanksgiving special. All right, you guys, take care. Bye-bye.